Welcome to Night Shift, a Danger Zone production. For those watching in the present, you're not here yet, since we just turned it on 10 seconds ago. Good morning, Bok Bok Baka. You're all set up as a moderator? Hello, Mr. Archie. Hi, Laurie Bilger. I did finally get some rest, although it's one of those things where you're taking a nap, phone rings, take a nap, phone rings, take a nap, somebody comes by. It's just like, hey, Wild Rogue, from Oregon. We have talked before. I'm starting to lose my voice. So I'm going to try not to yell because that's not even good for my voice. Hey, Gabriel. Gabriel Martin. Butch, he also heys. Son's doing great. What does he have today? It's Thursday. So I think today he has yoga and obstacle course training. When I say yoga, whatever you have in your head is probably wrong, because he's at the level where in order to learn a new position, you sort of have to be initially strapped into it until your muscles adjust, which is kind of weird, but he likes it. Ms. Megadeth. Well, I hope you're having a very upbeat morning, Megadeth. We have 29 people logged in. It's not 3:30 yet when we start. I do like to wait until we get 200 people logged in. Nothing special about today's game, except the Easter eggs. If you haven't seen them before, they're going to be up there through Easter. And we found out yesterday they each contain a chip or something else that is worth money. So they're basically mystery eggs guarding a mystery box. Thank you, Wild Rogue. Hey, Jerry Rouch. How's everybody doing? Oh, I think they're having some fun with Easter, and there was something else I wanted to say about. Oh yes, they call them the deviled eggs. Well, Rogue, what time is it where you are? My physical therapists in the past have said, now, be polite. That this Stay Frosty, this machine is just well built. I don't know if they leveled the machine. They made it so that quarters are less likely to stick. Oh, I agree. Well, if I clean out the machine, that'll make it easier, right, Jordan? Yeah, it needs work. You're in Lubbock, Texas, doing physical therapy at, oh, well, maybe that was for the day before. Well, your niece is going to be Bak Bak Baka. Your niece is going to be helping a lot of people. Um, Also, let me introduce Bak Bak Baka is one of our moderators now. Ah, okay, it's all from last week. Got it. Hey, Russ the Hunter, I remember you. You know, some of the conversations we have around here, if they didn't know the context, people would think that this is some sort of like meeting of supervillains or something. Russ the Hunter. Oh, yes, he's over there speaking with Ms. Megadeth. Okay, it is 9:30 and we're at 1:45, so once we hit 200, we'll get started. See, this is why I picked Bak Bak Baka. She says this is the kind of place I want it to be. Supportive, a break from the world, someplace you can come and chill out and relax. That's the whole idea of this place. Like, uh-oh, my stress levels are getting into the danger zone. Hey, Lori Bilger. Good to see you again. Minnesota is just Texas North. I don't know why I said that, actually, but okay, we're at 208. Time to get started. I'm in for $25. It's 1 cup of quarters there, 100 quarters. And here we go. Hey, Nader Boopers. Hey, Nader Boppers. That's how I got started watching coin channels too. Well, that's very nice to hear, guys, because that's the tone I'm trying to set. I'm so sorry about your mom, but we'll just give you a break here from it. Sorry to hear that, Wild Rogue. I can't think of anything helpful to say, so for once I'm not going to say anything except get back as much of yourself as you can. Shiva Narada. Shivram, if you want to talk about it, we'll listen. Other than that, we'll just send our best wishes. Hello, baby girl. What are you doing up past curfew? And the eggs go marching. Nina, I'm certain you're joking. But we prefer no you, in general, no you bastard talk. Unless you just killed Kenny or something. Just remind everybody that the eggs do have prizes in them. And in case anybody wants to know, yes, these are real eggs, because real eggs come in multiple colors and have faces on them. Hello, South Africa. You can be honest with us. District 9, the movie District 9, that was completely real, right? It's a giant spaceship. Bakbaka, if I could bring your attention to truth of DSP. Hey, Jenny. I'm not sure what you mean by a hump. There's a lip over here, but there's not a lip in back. Well, yeah, I guess there is a tiny one. It's not one I think about. Let's just say they don't build the machine and set things up to make it easier. How's the weather in Montana? I asked that question the other day and I got back an unexpected 75 degrees. Lip, got it, okay. Yes, there's a small lip, it's not a giant one. Not like the one in the front. Well, then you should probably tune in at between 9 and 9:30, probably starting at 9, because the Starfleet Command machine will be playing then. Apparently my grammar is still asleep. Thanks for the $4.99 member. I don't know if that's a gift or a membership or what, but thank you very much. Gotta clean out. I got 1 5 chip. So I've gotten 5 back on my 20. You mean the eggs? The eggs all have some sort of thing of value in them, what I don't know. They're basically surprise boxes. It's Easter, you know. I won the box once so far. I did win a lot of eggs, though. Well, the watch is right up at the end. Thank you, Polton. What was inside the eggs? Yolk. What else would be inside an egg? No. Chips. I may well get the watch. It may get stuck. Who knows? I like to not to get too optimistic. Oh, in the box was a 500 chip. But that was because, at least back then, I don't know now, they put a little bit more in the box every day I didn't win it until it hit a maximum. I'm 63. I don't remember what I had for breakfast. If you want to check what I had, all I can say is go to the lives on my channel, find the date you're talking about, and just scroll through. Funny, Bresnik, funny you should ask. Middle, okay, I'll try the middle. It's a harder question to answer than you might think. Have I won money from the machine? Yes. Have I gotten money? But in order to play at Kiwanis Gaming, I also have to pay dues. So am I making a profit off overall? I try not to shrink a bit. Oh yeah, yesterday I had an amazing day. I won $1,300 off of 3 different machines, combined out of 3 different machines. The most that I've lost? Well, on this, let's see. You mean at one time? They're fish balls, I'll have you know. It's American quarters, 1/4 of a dollar. A bill fell? Okay. That's pretty amazing. One of the wrapped up bills, or one of these bills actually fell? Well, the yellow egg would have to get past the watch. And until the watch falls, something big fell. That's what they said the last time I tripped. Again, I don't know what last night means. I usually play the Coney Island machine first thing in the during the night, what I call the night shift. This is the same machine that had the stuck quarters. The most I've lost today, I mean, let me be blunt, I don't like to think about it. All in all, it's not draining my bank account. They do have much more high roller machines where the buy-in will be 500 or 1,000 or stuff. It's always such an odd question. No, the watch is imaginary, because that is the opposite of real. I have no idea. I mean, I'm out here with you guys. Hello from New Zealand. You're right, I hadn't even noticed how close the box was. See, you guys actually have a better view than I do, because I'm looking at the back to make sure the quarters go in right. Huh. There is no normal in the box. There's probably nothing normal about me or anything in here. I think it starts out about 50, and then it goes up a little every day that we don't win it. And then it maxes, last time it maxed out at 500. So it's always a question, do I want to get it off, or do I want to wait till it gets bigger, or what? Yep. Let's see. Okay, let me adjust the camera a bit. We don't need to see quite so much of the back. Hello, Central Coast. Hey, Bliss. Everything work out? Oh, the box is in the chute. God darn, I have chips in the chute too. Hold on. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can fix the chute. There's still a 5 stuck in the chute, but that's how much I can do. Because I turned it off for a second while I bent over and pointed my butt at the screen. If you want to, guys, if you want to see my butt, you're going to need to log into my OnlyFans. Hey, James, somebody named Exploring with Tom says hi. I do not keep the quarters. That's part of the deal here. Okay, time to clean out. Let's see what we got all together here. Okay, we got another 5-chip. That's 10. We got a bunch of souvenir chips. I think this is the $5 that they said was going down, so that's 15 so far. Another 5-chip, we're up to 20 of the 25 we put in. And I got the mystery box. Give me just a second. Now, should I open the box now, or should I do what I usually do and wait until the end of the show? Open the box. That's one vote for opening. Okay, well, but since all the eggs are mystery boxes, I will this one time break my own rule. But sometimes it's bad luck, so we'll see. What's in here? Well, what's in here is stuck. I opened it. Oh. 300. I was not expecting 300, I gotta tell you. Okay, well, that kicks the heck out of getting my 25 back. He won't accept more than breakfast because he would think it was a bribe. I usually like to knock off her up by 6. Now try to get the Rolex. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to go on down to the Rolex store. Yeah, the machine is still tilted a little bit this way. Well, it wasn't earlier today, it was yesterday. On 3 different machines over about 6 hours. I don't even know if that comes out to minimum wage. I sound muffled? Well, I'm trying to keep my voice down. because I was starting to lose my voice. And people were saying I was yelling for no reason. Hello, Betty. Oh, the watch did. I think I'm going to play this game with a blindfold on because all the fun stuff happens while I'm looking away or reading the screen. Well, I'm glad I got the watch, but I like I play this game obviously because I like to see things go down too. So let me wake up a little bit before we get to the jokes. Yes, I usually give the watches to my son who collects them. And he plays coin pusher and claw machines too, and he's almost nonverbal autistic. But when he got this, he came running into the house and said, "One watch for Dad." You never win for your children? It means so much to me. When you know how much effort your kid puts into talking, even a simple sentence, and they say a whole sentence, and they thought of you in advance, and they got it, and actively. I knew he would kept going back to the same coin pusher for some reason, but he was doing it to win something for me. So it just sort of. I do wonder when this happens if it will come down. Well, first of all, this is my vice. This is my time off. I wouldn't necessarily want my son playing here. He doesn't. He plays at arcades and things like that. But no, the dues is separate for each person. I don't know if they would offer a family deal. It'd be kind of weird. It's not a family place. James, how are you? Thumbs up, he says. Just if I give you a better view. See, there's a 50 behind the 100 that's holding it down. I thought Gamblers Anonymous was 1-800-YOU-BETCHA. Yeah, I'm thinking I should go after the yellow egg, pay more attention to the yellow egg. It seems to be about to come down. Yes, the quarters that drop get reused, but only the ones that come off the front. See, these things are also drains, and they just go into the machine and back to the house. If I won so much, I would do that too. Okay, cleaning out, obviously. You know, one of our most sacred danger zone traditions is that while I'm cleaning out, is your chance to subscribe to Danger Zone. Because why should you be deprived? Okay. Huh. 25, 30 altogether. 25 in chips and 5 in the dollar. And, as predicted by some, the watch. People have a tendency to want to know what kind of watch it is. I am afraid the text Louis something something. I'll have to look later in better light. But you know what? I won't be able to see it then either. It's too small. Have you guys noticed that the older you get? Oops. There was another 10. Louis Vuitton? Yes, I'm sure it's a real Louis Vuitton in the coin machine. Thanks, Scotty. I agree with you completely. Oh, Timu Vuitton. I'm going to use that. Okay, I'm going to try putting a line all the way across the machine. Hi, string of letters and numbers. Well, I'm not in Vegas. Ten went down. I got to see it. That's even more fun. Okay, I gotta say that if you put in a big chunk of text, I can't read it. It just goes by too fast. Ah, I see these eggs are sitting on a bill. They won't. That's why they won't come down. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rosie. What were you doing? I don't mean what you were doing that got you fired. I mean, what's your specialty? What's your job? Thank you. If that's how you feel in Wari, um, there could be is probably chips. At least that's what they were the other day. There also might be nothing. I don't know. I could have. The question is, will I? Oh, as I was saying, if you put more than like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 words, I'm fine with you chatting with each other that way, but I can't see it. Hey, Catwat. You're right. I could win the 100 and the 50 at the same time. I don't know what's going to happen though. Let's see. Oh, I got 2 10s. I didn't even know about one of those. Okay. Got a chip. Some of those little bells they put in there when they want to be festive. But how come nobody told me? That the blue egg came down. Now, should I open the egg now? Good night, Schindlers. Oh, well, then if you put it in, that's just a perfect example that I don't see the things that are going by so fast. Now or later? I should open it? Is that what you're saying? Want me to open it? Is that it? Okay. Well, holy, it's a 50 chip. The rest is just ballast. Oh, I thought people came here because they were very patient. I'm doing pretty good today. Maybe I'll have the eggs for breakfast. Okay, let's take a quick look on the field here. Eggs, but more importantly, there's 100 here. It's a 50 holding it down, but it's moving. There's 100 over here, and the eggs have chips in them. So I don't really. I mean, I'm doing well. I got the $300 surprise box was good. So that means next time it starts over at like 50. Well, I will tell you this: the surprise box coming down was indeed a surprise. But there's 150 over here too. But it's tricky to get loose bills like that down. So I don't know what's going to happen. If I knew what was going to happen, I'd just stay home and have them write me a check. Yep, there's a chip on the $100 bill. Okay, I'm going to try right. At the least, you're right, at the least I'll get the chip off, and maybe that 50 that's folded up will go off. Well, usually the best thing to do is just draw a line all the way across. That's as left as I can get. You grab some more quarters and bacon ain't crispy in Korea sounds like a line from some kind of song. One heads, one tails. Yep, I'm going to play until I get one that lands on its edge and stays there the whole time. Ooh, good fall. Bok bok bok, when you have a chicken dinner, do you feel like a cannibal? If I had 10 million coins, I'd be dropping them at the bank. Is there chances for 1,000 to drop down? No. Well, I mean, altogether, possibly. I don't know how much they put in there, and I got 300 today. But there's no $1,000 bill. I have put in $25. Okay, so the 100 is blocked by the 50, but it might move. Who knows? Let's find out. What are you showing? Okay, I'm starting to get low on quarters because the side flap's eaten. But I'm good shape to buy another 25 if I have to. So that's something. And I have targets worth going out for. I did get the watch. I'll hold it up again in a second. But I don't want to interrupt you while you're busy subscribing. Oh, over here. This one. This one might go. Okay. It depends on how lucky you are, how well you play. I mean, certainly they don't set it up so you can overall win more than you put in. And remember, just to play here, I have monthly dues. 50's right there. Oops, where's my hand? The 50 is right there. Here, I'll tilt it a bit. I'm going to bring the camera up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. The 50 is right there on the right, folded up. I have no idea how much the watch is worth. Am I ever coming back where? Or are you not all... You know, you can talk in your key. It's okay. It won't hurt my feelings. You can talk to each other. As long as you're saying nice things about me, it's perfectly allowed to talk to each other. Oh, the watch I'm wearing is priceless because son gave it to me. Thank you, Rosie. Well, at least the quarters on the right aren't getting stuck today. I asked them if I could say how much it is. And they said, just tell them if you have to ask how much it is, you can't afford it. Which is a very old joke. If you have to ask how much the dues are, you can't afford it. That's all I'm allowed to say. don't know if that's necessarily true, but it's what they told me to say. Here, I'll give you another shot at looking at the watch if you want. I can't quite make it out. Okay, time for me to clean out and you guys to subscribe. Okay, it's time for me to put in another 25 in quarters. But the 10, 10, and the $100 bill is worth $100. How much? Okay, this is $25 that I'm going to use to get another couple quarters. Give me a sec. Okay. Now that's 50 I could have kept. But I think it's worth a shot trying to get more of it. Yes, they've stopped selling Rolexes in jewelry stores because they were too popular and too profitable. Instead, they put Rolexes in coin pusher machines. I already got $50 out of one egg. You can't really hear me? Yes, I'm saying that it actually is a coupon entitling me to 500 Rolodexes, not Rolodex, Rolexes. Thank you for the membership. Which 100? There's two. Okay, that's it with the is it a Rolex questions, guys. Well, I'm going to say on the right, that 100 is pretty much gone to us. On the left. But on the right, I have a shot at that 100 and at the pink egg. Yes, there are memberships for 99 cents and for $4.99 a month and for $4.99 a month. I don't push them much because not really clear what you get out of it. The subscriptions help me a lot though, and they're free. I feel very comfortable selling anything for free. Yep, the problem is it's really hard to get over to the right there because the way these are set up, this is a rectangle and then it comes out like this and there's no way to push directly this way, so it's tricky. Thank you, Lori Bilger, for memberizing. It's my own fault for being up so early or late or whatever. Okay, let's just try middle to right. Whoa, the 100 in the middle is starting to climb up again. You're right, nothing I can do about it if they don't fall on their own. I mean, unless they're obviously jammed. That baby is going to drop, says the gynecologist. Well, I know people tend to think it's a bad idea. Okay, if you just say the other side, I don't know which side you're talking about in the first place. You see how there's quarters stacked on top of each other in the front? If I stack some in the back, not all of them, but if I stack some in the back, they do help push the ones to the front off. Well, I would advise checking the chute, certainly, especially if you're jumping out of an airplane. The one, I always miss the cool parts. But that's great. Why don't we all celebrate the 100 falling from the right side by, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe to Danger Zone. Wow, Drip Dry's going to buy us all Sizzler. Yep. Nothing I can do about it. I just have to drop something else down to knock it in. Yep, there is a chip stuck in the chute. It's a tan chip. I see it, but the best way to do it is to just drop more stuff on it. Although, wait, I see the thing is bent again. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can reach in and fix it. So I have to take off my wristwatch to do that, and I hate to do that, but okay. After this push, I'll be right back. Let me see what I can do about it. And yes, I turned off the screen for a second. Okay. No, this chute is as far is in the right position. It's just I don't know why you're. Hey, you're wondering why you're up in the middle of the night doing this. I'm wondering why I'm in the middle of. You're watching it. I'm doing it. What's my problem? Aw, thanks, Bok Bok Baka. Thanks for sharing, Randy. Camera a bit to the left. How about I bring it up too so you can see the whole thing? I summon the Bok Bok Baka. I summon the Rosie. Oh, right. I completely forgot that inside, with the quarters and everything, the 100. Wow, I'm having a couple of good days. Drip dried, do you own a Sizzler? Gowanus Gaming has to tap you. I got tapped because I was already doing a coin pusher channel where I go around and do coin pushing, and also because the head game designer, Mikhail, and I are old acquaintances. Not, we were never all that very close, but we both hung around in the same science fiction circles. Oh, absolutely, I've had a chip hang up. Although I think it fell. No, yeah, it seems to have fallen. They're machines. They're not perfect. Oh, I was being sarcastic. There are bills that are marked Gowanus Gaming. Hey, all I know is they tell me it's legal. As long as it's private. Now let's see what I can do about that 50. Gowanus Gaming. Gowanus Gaming. It's in the Gowanus area of Brooklyn. You can look up the area, but it's a private club. Is this what you mean by a marble? Or by the big balls? But they're rubber balls with fish in them. They put things in just to be goofy. Also because they help push and they also help block. No politics here. They're just keepsakes, but by now I have so many, I could have so many of them, and they're just for fun, and even if someone doesn't win cash, they feel like they won something. No, we at Coney Island we spell the hot dogs Nathan, apostrophe S. You do not join Gowanus Gaming. Gowanus Gaming join you. You get tapped. Are you really in McMurdo Base? That is so cool, and I mean that literally. I feel bad for that guy who had to be airlifted out. In the afternoons, I do a game called Let It Ride. That I'm helping Michaela, the game designer, develop. This is not a test. You guys are really starting to make me realize I haven't had breakfast. Just quarters, no $100 bills. Oh wait, not quite true. Here's the chip that finally came down. Yeah, that's how it works. If you drop it, you get to keep it. Hey, I'm running out of hair to style. How good do you look at 3:30 in the morning? The balls? You mean the rubber balls? You can go on Amazon and get them. I would assume where you can go on some sort of treat supply, favor supply store or something. I'm sure that's where they got them. But they're not worth anything. I bet you get 100 of them for like less than $20 or something. I don't know. But they're just, some of it's just here for fun. It's not all of it. Okay, stop it every time it comes forward. And then what? Okay, let's complete the line here as best we can. It is 4:45 a.m. Hey, oh, the 50 is stuck in the chute, but I think an egg came down. Now, while you guys hit the subscribe button, I'll consider whether or not to open this egg. Should I open the egg? It's not like I could have breakfast on this egg. Well, the 150 has fallen in partway into the chute. Open it now or save it for later after people have hit the subscribe button? Oh, okay, one save. But I think you're outvoted, I'm sorry. It is another 50 check. Another 50 check. I lose the ability to talk. A 50 Chip. 50 CHIP. Chip. I opened it. Subscribe now. Oh, well. I opened it. Thank you for ARS 200. I have no idea what ARS is. It's probably currency from Atlantis. Atlantis Reserve Seacoast or something. There we go. Okay. Oh, so I have to scroll back up to be with you guys. Okay. You know, I should actually be playing over here and see if I can get another egg down. Butch, thank you, but ask nicely. That 50 looks pretty jammed in there. Okay. I think it's perfectly reasonable to want to know what happened in a previous game. But you have to understand, I don't even remember what game you're talking about. And all the games are in the library. Thank you, Betty. Well, maybe I'll be in Argentina. And 15 cents is 15 cents. What can I say? I have spent exactly $25 of my own money this evening. How much what now? Oh, how much have I won now? I don't know. It would really be boring if I stopped to count all the time. I count up at the end. No, these are not 2 pence. These are quarters. I bought 100 quarters for $25. If I had to choose between likes and subscriptions, I'd rather have a subscription, but if you like me, there's really nothing I can do about it. So many people like me. I walk down the street and people, stick that thumb in my eye and say, I really like you. Okay, let's see if this does anything. Okay, I will add weight to the left. Well, I banged at the right side for a while, as much as I can. At least if I come down the middle, I have a better chance of actually hitting something, so... While John gets his quarters back, why not subscribe to Danger Zone? Danger Zone helps bring your personality to the front. There's nothing more attractive you can say. Hey, I'm Gaussian enough, thank you. Oh, that Gauss. Okay, I'm always down to put a coins in a line, but this is as far left as I can go sometimes. Good push, I'll grant you. These days I could give him a bum to $15 and he still couldn't afford lunch. Sorry, that was politics. Let's keep that off the table. What's in the eggs? You must be yoking. I don't know exactly what's in the eggs. The last two eggs happen to have chips in them. Good push. Look, I'm not asking people to give anything. I'm happy when they do, but I'm happy that, I'm really just happy to have you guys here. If you think someone should give more than 15 cents, then why not teach by example? Could you please stop picking on the guy who was generous enough to give me 15 cents, unless you're going to top it? Remember, the number one, among the various number one rules here is play nice. Don't be mean. Okay, I'm going to go down the middle and see what happens. Okay, I never thought we'd got to bring back the octopus, because it only made things worse for us. Never request bringing back the octopus. The octopus just makes things... I'm not at a casino. Okay, that 50's starting to come up. In order to fall, they have to come up. That means it's 5:01 here in New York, so I win. Hey, if you tried to walk away and you couldn't, you might as well subscribe so that you get instant alerts whenever we release new content, which seems to be every 5 minutes. Thank you for the $2, J Sparky. Thank you, John Jim. The 50 is still stuck right down here. Here, I'll show you. See? Still stuck. And by the way, there's the... They're finishing up the Starfleet Command machine today. And next to it is the B machine, which is just not on right now. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the, I think it's a membership. I'm not... You're very welcome. Liz, you keep saying super chat as if there's something I should do. I'm not seeing any alert to it, but I want to thank everyone. I'd love to thank everyone personally who sends me money. Let's see. Thank you for $20, Marie Janelle. That's really very generous. Thank you. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. And Bresnik, thanks for the entertainment. I really appreciate it. Why 27 states? Did they keep chasing you from state to state and you had to run? The shrimp in New York is good. The grits, they don't really know what they're doing. I thank whoever... Why are you can always just not type in all capital letters. For some reason it comes across as shouting to the point where it actually hurts people's ears. It's weird. I have no idea what was on the floor. Believe it or not, I'm playing this game. Anyway, the cleaning crew and the security guard are here. I'm sure if there's a problem, they'll take care of it. The green egg fell. See, I was talking about what's on the floor and the egg fell. I have 2 eggs. I should make a nice little plastic omelet. But the 50's still stuck there. Oh well. Now, once again, the question becomes, should I wait and open the eggs later? Should I open one now and one later? Or should I open both eggs? Got a $20 in this one. And should I open this one or wait? No, I'm not going to blackmail people for anything. I'm going to let them make the call. Oh, yes. Butch and Amy also have a coin pusher channel, and it's called Butch and Amy's Coin Pusher. You can check that out whenever you like. 100? Okay. Raise your hand if you were... Subscribe if you were expecting 100. And subscribe if you never expected to see 100. Good Lord. That's a heck of an egg. I guess you can't make 100 without breaking a few eggs. Okay. Let me actually get some actual quarters here. Okay. Well, if you're so psychic, what are tomorrow's lottery numbers? Well, yes, the $100 egg is better than the 50. You know why? Because math and counting. Okay, if that 50, well, no, I was going to say when that 50 goes, if that 50 goes down, I'm going to quit, but no, if the 50 goes down, I know myself. If the 50 goes down, I'm going after the 100. Hey, they're awesome once I get them off, I'll tell you that much. Even better yet, like I was explaining to everyone, if you're on a dating site, and you can put that you're a member of subscribe to Danger Zone rather, on the website. Time for some squats. Okay, it's getting really close. Crane chip. So, if Kentucky is the bluegrass state, or whatever the bluegrass state is, Tennessee is the bluegrass state, what's the heavy metal rock state? If anybody wants to get in touch with me, the email for this channel is coinpusherchallenge@gmail.com. I know why it's the bluegrass state. It's a joke. California is the whatever genre of music White Rabbit is in state. Also doesn't feel right. Maybe a state where they do a lot of mining. Well, the bluegrass is a type of grass. It's also a type of music. So I was just making the joke that if there is a bluegrass state, there should be music for other types. There should be states for other types of music. Yes, Seattle is the grunge state. So, if Seattle is the grunge state, what's the heavy metal state? If you give me a second, I'm going to do some squats and get the quarters off the floor. My doctor actually wants me to do squats. So, Thank you for sticking with me. Okay. I didn't know Alabama had moved that far into the extended family. Yeah, but is there a heavy metal wall? I don't know from music. I was just making a small joke. Ooh, good push. Should I give up on the 50 for the moment and chase the pink egg? They're closed now. They let me play in the middle of the night because customers don't want someone. Look, there's a lot of reasons why if you're gambling and maybe drinking on top of it, you don't necessarily want that on camera. So they get nervous if there's a guy with a camera wandering around. I put in $25. Well, they'll be back. They decided to go for an Easter theme, so they went for at least I assume that's what they do. I haven't talked about with Michaela. Oh yes, John just cleaned out his quarters. So now it's time for all you lovely people to subscribe. I put in 25 and then I used chips to buy 25 more. But I had won those chips. I mean, yeah, I'd have $25 more if I hadn't bought those chips, but I didn't buy them with money I hadn't won. God, that other 50 is still stuck in the chute. Here, let me pull this back. Let me pull this back a little bit so you can see what's going on. Okay. Okay, I think this other 50 will come down in just a few more throws. There is a hill at the end of the thing that goes up like this, so you have to push things up. But I think this 50 will go if I get the quarters out from under it. The bills do come down. Here's one I won earlier. But it's not easy, you know, people say the game is rigged. It's not rigged at all. It doesn't have to be. It's just a hard game that I've been playing for 2 hours just to get as far as I have. Well, I got lucky and finally got the mystery box off, and it was, well, it's a hill. It's on the side of a hill. You have to push it uphill, and if it isn't done perfectly, it slides back down the hill. For that matter, Bliss isn't as easy as she looks either. Think of it this way. What if you were trying to push a basketball up a hill by throwing ping pong balls at it? See, there's a, can't see under it, but under there's a stack of quarters. And if I can just get it to move, no, I'll win it for me if I win it at all. I could go after the egg. Should I go after the egg? The 50 in there is just stuck in the chute. The 50 over here is the only one we can go after. Okay, I can try for the pink egg. But again, same problem. Ping pong balls, basketball up the side of a hill. And remember, subscribing to Danger Zone will cure your megamitosis. I don't like to think about how much time I've spent playing this game. Okay, I'm always down for a line all the way across. Okay, it's reached the point where I have to buy another $25 in quarters or not. Should I keep going, or should I quit for tonight? I am way up. I like playing the game, and I can't leave with James until 6 anyway. Well, tell you what. I'm only going to count the votes of people who subscribe. Somebody sent a gift, but then it vanished. Okay. I'm a sucker for this game. I'll go get another 25 in quarters. Give me a minute. Wait. Sorry, I have to do the ritual. Okay, I got the quarters. What should I go for? Better yet, if you're subscribed, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It is 5:30 a.m. What time is it in Sydney, Australia? It's because of the 18-hour difference. It's very hard to track for me for some reason. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's this button here, skill stop. It's on all the American machines. See? Or better yet, hit the subscribe button. It's not tied with fishing line. It's been all the way up and now it's been slid all the way back. Yeah, I haven't found a chair that will let me reach up to the top to... I'm not holding the camera, it's on a tripod. Or the equivalent of a tripod. I don't know what's called, but it's a stand. Do you want to see the 50 in the chute? See, this I don't understand. Okay, that 50 is sliding. I want to see it in my wallet. And you don't want to see what I have in my hand. Oh, is this one going to get stuck too? That would be really sad. Okay, it's not stuck, but it's not down yet either. Here, let me show you. Oops. I was looking at the... See, this is what happens. I was looking at the 50, and I dropped quarters in the wrong place. It hasn't fallen into the chute yet. I can't believe it. Look at that. Okay. There! Okay. $25 in I started with. Ta-da! Okay, I've decided I'll keep going till 6. When James is off, and we can get breakfast. There's also another 50 shot in there. And somebody pointed out that if I get the blue ball into that chute on the, it might dislodge the 50, but I don't think so. In any case, I think my best shot is the egg. Wow, I never thought I'd get that 50. That was great. Well, yes and no. I bought more tokens with chips I had won. So I will be going home with less than if I hadn't. But still, the $25 is the only thing I put up in the first place. You know, it might be better to go after the purple egg on the left. Okay, hold on. The chute is tilted the wrong way inside. I don't want to get another getting stuck thing. I'm going to risk my hand. Ball came down. There we go. Okay, now it's proper. Okay. Hold on, let me put my watch back on. My son got me this watch. And you have to understand, my son can barely talk. But he went back 3 or 4 times after this watch. And then when he saw me, he ran up to me very excitedly and handed it to me and said, "Watch for Dad!" And so my son is 23. This was a few years ago, but remember, he's nonverbal autistic. Would somebody other than someone with a dirty mind like me explain to him what having blue balls means? It's just a fish ball. That's all it is. My wife, it turns out, is also autistic. So we didn't know it till after my son was born. When the board is all the way out, then put the money in. I'm not sure what you mean about something stuck to the top left of the chute. Oh, you mean top right of the chute. That, yes, we know, it's a $50 bill. It's been stuck there for quite some time, and we've tried everything we can think of to get it off, and it doesn't work. We've dropped eggs on it. We've dropped the fish balls on it. It's not a hard and fast rule, but please no caps. My wife was diagnosed by high-level professionals after my son was diagnosed because it explained so much about the issues she'd had all her life. The thing is, autism presents differently in women than it does in men. For example, I could go after the 100. At this point, I'm really just killing time. It's a $50 in the chute. Oh, there's plenty left to win. There's more in the eggs than we thought. There's a $100 bill right there. Yep, that's because the criteria they had. In fact, my wife was part of a study that fixed that. If you try to appraise a girl for autism and use the standards that were developed for boys, it's not going to work. They walk in the door talking and they say, well, it's not autism. I had a cousin whose daughter was having issues, very young daughter, and I kept saying, it's very clear to me after, raising my son, it's very clear to me she's autistic, even though she can talk. And she says, well, we tried having her diagnosed, and they said she wasn't autistic. And I said, does the person you talk to have any knowledge of or specialty in girls with autism? And she said, no. I said, let my wife find you someone who specializes in girls with autism. And what do you know? Nope, the $50, $150 came down from the left, the other one's still stuck in the chute. Yes, but as kids, it's more noticeable in boys because a boy with autism is much less likely to talk. Whereas my wife is actually hyperverbal. Well, one of the things about New York City is that we have good doctors. They're pricey, and they don't take your insurance. We have a number of people here who are autistics, or artistic, or whatever. My son is autistic. Some autistics talk. My son is not one of them. What I'm trying to say is, and I said more likely, an autistic boy is more likely to develop language late. You know, we never made a policy on dating. My son is very smart in a lot of things, but people are more comfortable with the idea that if someone is handicapped, they have some sort of compensating superpower. Okay, I'm going to take what the cause of autism is off the table too, because I need a break myself. You want me to brag about my son? I will, but we're not going to. What parent wouldn't? But hey, I'm not autistic, as it turns out. I was tested too, repeatedly. And the solution was, I'm not autistic, I'm just weird. Okay, I'll try putting the coins in the line. This is going to have to be my last playthrough, because not only do I want breakfast, not only am I running out of quarters anyway, I did work on Star Trek. Taking machine is not allowed. Hey, looking around me, for what I've seen on normal, looks boring. Okay, if you can see the pink egg, that's fine. It's really there. If you think it's hovering in the air, I want what you're having. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to have to call it quits. Not just because of the time, not because of how long I've been playing, not because I'm running out of quarters, but because I really have to pee. Well, the cleaning crew has already left for the night, so I don't think I want to leave a wet puddle on the floor for whoever has to come and clean it up later. And I've been playing for 2.5 hours. And I'll be back on again at 9 o'clock. So that's it, guys. I gotta call it. I'm glad you want more of me. I'm glad you want more of the game. It really makes me feel proud. But sometimes when nature, you can't hang up on nature when she calls. Okay, first of all, the watch. You'll have to debate amongst yourselves what kind or brand or whatever of watch it is. Okay, here's the $300 from the secret box, from the mystery box. That's 300 right there. 100 chip, that's 400. You ever notice when you have to pee, everything takes longer? Okay. 500. I don't think I counted the 150 yet, so that's 650. Okay, that's another 50, that's 700. You're very welcome. I'm glad to be entertaining. 700, 10, 20, 35. If you take out the 25, oh, let's just, this is 10, 25. Okay, taking out 25, so $710. That is not bad. I know that's all from the tarnish on the quarters. Anyway, now the question is, do I wash my hands before I pee and then again after? You're going to have a nice conversation with my bladder. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you sticking with me. I really appreciate everyone who subscribed and everyone who liked. Let's on your way out, if you could hit the subscribe thing, I'd appreciate it. But I gotta go pee. Bye.